Today, we're taking on one of the toughest challenges in rugby league, rebuilding the Gold Coast Titans, a club that's shown flashes of brilliance, but never quite reached the heights its fans deserve. In Rugby League 26, it's time to change that. I've set myself 3 massive goals: win a premiership within 5 years, sign a brand new superstar to build the team around, and lock in 3 current Titans players as our core of the rebuild. Can we finally turn the Gold Coast into a premiership powerhouse, or will history repeat itself? Let's find out. First things first, I knew I had to re-sign a lot of our star players. I was going to be building around Sammy Verrills, Tino Fa'asuamaleaui, and Keanu Kinney. I know, weird choices. But with everyone re-signed, we had to add some depth. Gahamat Shibasaki got an offer from us for a lot. We went and got Sebastian Sewer and Matty Laidlaw. We also added Adam Kieran to get some depth in our backs. But the first season wouldn't matter. We'd finished 14th and we needed to do more work. I knew we were lacking in our halves, so immediately we went and picked up Kobe Black. We went and picked up Josh Thulis as well for our wingers to solve that back issue, but still, a 9th place finish meant no luck. You'd have to think after finishing 9th things would get better, but it didn't. We finished 12th, which meant we still needed to make some changes. Hopefully these signings would mean that we'd make the top 8 next year. Lads, it's taken us 4 years. If you count the 2025 season, which in this game you do. It's taken us 4 years, but we've got there. The team looks good. It looks fresh. Some of those Super League signings look good. They look fresh. Our 3 key players, they look good. They look fresh. Keanu Kinney's he's being a bit halted, but Sammy Verrills and Tino look unreal. So that means that we're winning this elimination final. We only get 1 chance. We just missed out on finishing 4th by 4 points. So we have to win this game against Manly. Do or die. Let's get into it. As I would be lying if I was to say that I'm not worried about this game. I just realized they have Cameron Munster. Interesting that Munster would sign for Manly after being a Melbourne Storm boy. I don't think that would happen ever. But in the AI world of Rugby League 26, I guess it's happened. Absolute beast of a player. I love Sammy Verrills in real life. I think that's a great start. Forward pass, lovely. As I was saying, I love Sammy Verrills in real life. I think he's an absolute stud. I hope he continues his tenure in the Gold Coast, but he's become an absolute stud in the game. He's like a 92 overall or something. So, Keanu Kinney under the sticks. As a coach, that's what I like to see. Ironically, wearing Manly colours doesn't matter. That's a 4-pointer. Bang. It's a bomb as well. It's not a bad one, but Keanu Kinney is safe as can be. Takes it over the top of Tom Travojevic. And we go for a 7-tackle set. He'll be back in time for the grand final if we make it that far. When we make it that far. Oh, picked up. Knock on, 0 tackle. It's a try. Oh, they've just rolled him. Jacob Alec Wenke nearly went over. Boys from the Titans that I wish would stay with the Titans. That's a try. That's an absolute meat pie to Beau Fermor. Under the sticks again. It's about to be 12-0 before the half even starts. Tino reads that play well. Shuts it down. 5th tackle. They only put a long kick in here. There's nothing they can really do. AI doesn't go for attacking kicks until they're in the 20-meter zone. That honestly, and held in tackle. I was just about to say that honestly might be game, but now I'm going to say it even more so. That might be game for the Titans. We might be moving on to round 2 here, because 14 minutes to score 12 points. Even in real life, that's hard to do, but in game time, that's probably more so about 3.5 minutes. Little flick pass too. Wow, playing some expansive footy with 40 seconds left. I like to see it. That's the type of footy the Titans need to be playing to go all the way here, which we're going to do. But we got another round coming up, so let's see who we're against. Of course it is. Of course the semi-finals against the Melbourne Storm, which means they lost. Wonder who they lost to. Let's have a look. Storm lost to the Doggies. Actually, Storm got pumped by the Doggies, 14-2. Wow, okay. This might be a hard one to overcome, but I believe the boys can do it, so let's see what we can do. All right, Amy Park, afternoon footy against the Melbourne Storm, semi-final. Let's go in the opposite direction. Jojo Fafita's wing. Knocked back. I think it's good defense. It is good defense. It's lovely defense. They got underneath him. They rolled him over. Well played by Will Warbrick to knock that back, though. Oh my God, it was nearly a nightmare. It was nearly a dropout. What have we done here? Oh, big intercept. He's made up for the 6 again. I like to see that, Jacob. Make up for your mistakes. Own your mistakes and make up for them. Early kick. Is that inside the 40? Oh my God, that had to be close. Can I see a replay? I need to see a replay of that. That had to be close to the 40-20. Oh, sir, his foot's inside. Well, I think we've been absolutely shambles by the referee there. Left foot is inside the 40. It's landed outside the 20, and we have not got possession back. I think that is an absolute robbery from the referee. If that is the call that cost this game, I'm going to be very unhappy. I'll be Craig Bellamy in the press conference, I'll tell you what. I think that's the last play of the half. We're not going to get to play the ball, I don't think. No, extra time, lads. I need to make some changes, though. Good ball. Kane Bradley. Well tackled, but that was a great pass. I was really hoping we weren't going to pick that up. Oh, I don't think we did. I don't think we did. I think I went in touch first. Oh my God, thank God. I thought Keanu Kinney picked it up for a second. I was about to have a heart attack. That's going to do it. Golden point, boys. Still 0-all. I haven't seen this in a long time in this game. This is crazy. That's massive from Tino. What a shot. This is the best position we've been in almost all game. It's a good ball as well to Jojo Fafita. Tino's come out here to prove a point. Huge shot for the knock on. Massive pass as well for Jojo Fafita to nearly score. And he nearly scores himself. Fifth tackle. What's our option? We have to score here. It's a field goal. I didn't even think about it. Kobe Black ices the game. The young fella. I didn't even think about a field goal. He's more composed than I am. And that's what I like to see. On to a preliminary final. What an effort from the boys. One win away from a grand final. Who have we got? The Bunnies. Interesting. Not a team you'd expect. Doggies got up by 4, so the winner of this versus the Doggies in the grand final. That's a knock on, sir. Has to be. You can hear it in the headset. Should have been our ball. I mean, it's going to be our ball, but it should have been our ball on the 50. It's a good kick. It's a good bounce. That's a lucky bounce. Go on, Keanu. Go on, Keanu. I don't think anyone's getting him. I think he's gone. That's my boy. Under the posts. Massive kick return. I wish they'd add in a bit of crowd ambience when they make a break like that. Like, make them start cheering, you know? That'd be cool. Either way, massive try. Potentially grand final ceiling try. We could be into the grand final here. The maiden grand final for the Gold Coast Titans. What a ball. What a lovely ball, Shibasaki. Only just tackled, but what a lovely, lovely pass. And that's the job done. That's going to be a grand final berth, our maiden grand final. It took us 4 years, but we've made it from 5th on the ladder all the way through to the grand final, and we're up against the Doggies. It is not going to be easy, but we're built for a challenge. Stadium. Sold out 2 weeks in a row, technically, because of the Rabbitohs home game. Nearly a kick clash. And also, Connor Tracy has just broken us off the kickoff. Not a great start. Kick. All right, second half. Potentially the last 40 minutes of footy for the 2028 season. And we've gone into touch. That's what happens when we flirt with that sideline. God, I wish we wouldn't do it. We do it all the time. That's a great position for the Bulldogs to be in to score now. We need a defense. Got to show how we got here with that grit and determination. We held Melbourne Storm out. Can we do it for the Bulldogs? Shot from Tino. That's massive. I wish that was a knock on. That would have been lovely. There it is. Sir. I thought that 40-20 last game was a robbery. There's no way that was not a knock on. We've held him up, which is all right, but that was an absolute blatant knock on. Absolute daylight robbery at this rate. Well taken by Beau Fermor. I mean, defensively, the boys were up for the challenge, but that was an absolute knock on that they've gotten away with there. I cannot believe my eyes. Adam Kieran, good step, good run. Made for big moments, this fella. He's been in a lot of them. All right, this will be the last play. Are we going to extra time? I believe we are. Extra time again in the grand final. Draw and pass. I love it. Cleese Haas makes a break. It's a little offload too. A step from Shibasaki. It's a 40-meter play. Where was that in regulation time, lads? Coming out all fired up now is all well and good, but in regulation time, that would have been potentially game-winning. Who are we kicking to? A little grubber. Keanu Kinney. The big swan dive. That's got to be it. That has to be grand final winning. I know there's so much more football left, but what a play. Grubber kick. Keanu Kinney on the end of it. Our star fullback. Look at this. Poetry in motion. Champagne rugby, as they say. Perfectly placed. Perfectly placed in the swan dive after it to celebrate. The Reece Walsh. That is lovely stuff. I wish it was golden point because that would be absolute done and dusted. But we still have 6 minutes of this half and then 10 minutes of another half to get through. So while 6 points is nice, it's not the game done yet. Good run by Tino through 2 of them. What a run. My goodness. Double hit up. Extra 20 meters. That's what I like to see by the lads. They look inspired now. Head of steam. 20 seconds. Maybe the last play of the ball. I don't know if he gets it off. He won't. They'll blow the siren. That is lucky for us. It'll go to half 2. We're up by 6. Out on 5th here. Have to hold them out. Whatever they do, high ball, low ball, we have to defend it. It's a high ball. It's well taken by Jojo Fafita. That's a massive play. He hasn't done much all this final series, but that is all he needed to do. That might have just sealed us the grand final, honestly. They will get another chance to attack, but if we can get some good meters here, it won't be in anywhere position they need to be. 5th tackle. So close to the try line. It's well picked up by Jaden Campbell. It's 20 seconds left. They're going to get one more chance. One last play for the Doggies to even this and take it to golden point. You just put this as deep as you can. 45 meters back. Siren's going to go. That's it. That is absolutely it. Clive Churchill. Who do we think? I'm going to say Tino. Keanu Kinney again. 1 try, 4 one-on-one tackles, 68 meters gained. Look, honestly, that could have gone to anyone in that match. Unreal season from the Gold Coast Titans. Having a win against the Seagulls is probably the easiest one we had. Then 1-0 against the Storm, and then 6-0 against the Rabbits, and then 6-0 against the Bulldogs. An insane final series for a team that had no Dally M players at all in it. But we're not done here. We're going to go into the next season and see if we can defend our premiership and go back to back and start our dynasty for the Gold Coast. Although not all dynasties start well. Unfortunately, we'd finished 6th, come up against the Storm, and come up short. So more firepower was added with Xavier Savage and Tom Gilbert, which would help us finish 4th the following year. Unfortunately, we'd lose our first round matchup against the Doggies. And up next were Parramatta Eels, who we'd beat in a 4-point thriller, which meant up next was the Dolphins. Winner goes to the grand final, and they were no match for us mighty Titans. So the grand final was set, Bulldogs Titans again, and we'd absolutely blow them out 40 points to 12. Carter Gordon getting Clive Churchill. But the following year, we'd finish 6th and go out almost immediately. We'd beat the Sharks, but we weren't good enough to get the job done against the Dolphins, which meant the Titans dynasty was over. Just as quick as it began, it finished. However, 2 grand final wins in 2 appearances is a pretty good strike rate. I think the city of the Gold Coast would be quite happy with that.